helps, and just being able to talk different situations and different coverages and just seeing what our guys are doing. Our guys are doing a good job disguising stuff and not really tipping things off. So it's kind of we're trying to work through that and work through, open safety, split safety, single safety, all that stuff. And, like I said, that just comes with reps and things to do, and we're still it's a new offense, so we're still trying to clean some stuff up and figure some things out. But, we're moving in the right direction every day, and I think that's the biggest thing,
You had a breakout season last year, obviously, your first Pro Bowl. What's next for you? What's the next step?
I mean, there's always ways to get better. I want to be a lot better than I was last season. Just looking, I think that's every player's goal, though, looking at the film from last season, it's kind of one of those things, I had a Pro Bowl, but it's not near where I could be or where I want to be. Blocking wise, route wise, there's some things I try to clean up throughout the offseason, and that's showing up out here that we're just cleaning up and trying to get ready for a good year this year.
The exciting part that there is more to grow and receive.
Yeah, it's as a player, just being able to see, how you move on the field and how you do different things. It's fun to see the growth and just go back, a year and be like, man, what was I doing? Or, man, what was this? And then next year I'll probably do the same thing for this year. But, hey, JG. But, it's exciting. It's one of those things that, you look forward to. So.
Your hair's a little longer, the swag a little different. We saw the off-season you had. Just talk about year 3. How much more comfortable you feel? It seems like you feel a lot more comfortable on the field, just your role this year and everything. How much more comfortable you feel this year?
Yeah, I think the longer you're in this league, the longer you see different things, and I think that comes with comfortability. Just being out here, being able to, I see different faces, but I see I like the same faces. I've been with the organization for 3 years now. Just being able to see, Sheila out here, Mrs. Ford, all these guys, Rod, all the guys up in the front office, and not, the first 2 years you're learning everybody's name. You're learning everybody, all the new guys. Now the core guys on the team, and it's just nice to be able to, stay comfortable with that, and to, you're not really, thinking about everything rather than just football, which is a good thing, The first 2 years are tough. The first year's real tough. Everything's new. Everybody's new. The new city's new. But going into year 3, I got my same place. I got, just things established here in the city of Detroit and stuff I don't have to worry outside of football. I think that's the biggest thing for young guys and just being able to grow up in that situation. So.
Receivers. It's not like a lot of huge names. Some people expecting you to take that role of being top target. What have you thought about the receivers so far? Just from seeing them coming out.
No, our receivers are doing a great job. Honestly, they're showing some good routes. All those dudes, they got a little hip movement. They got some things. Their separation has been great throughout the camp. We're just 5 days in. So, we're just looking to build on things like that. But all those guys, I've seen a few routes where I'm like, dang, all right, I see that, I'm gonna try to take that one, So they're showing some good stuff out there, and I think, like I said, we're just trying to build on things every day. So.
Touchdown pass and got a nice big cheer from the fans. How did that feel?
Yeah, that's fun. Just being in training camp, just things like that are fun. Being able to make plays, you get opportunities throughout the training camp, and when the ball's in the air, it's yours. That's kind of your mindset at all times. So, that's always fun. And it's great to have, the crowd back. Like last year going through camp, it was quiet out here. And just being able to have those fans out here and people out here. The city's behind you, and those fans are behind you. So it was great to have those guys out here and just being able to hear the roar, and especially at the end. When we all went up there and. The crowd got loud for us, and that's not even half of what, Ford Field is. So I think that's going to be even more exciting.
What did you guys do at the end when they were giving you a standing ovation? Did you guys do anything special for them? Or?
I think that's just an appreciation, like for them coming out. We love that. These camp days can get long. For us, we're in here from 7 a.m. to 8 at night, and just being able to come out here and know why we're doing it, and who we're doing it for is huge, So it's just nice to see, all those guys out here. So,
TJ, can you give us a sense of your thoughts on some of the other tight ends in the room? Brock, Darren, Alizé. What have you been seeing from them?
They've all done really good work. Those guys have gotten opportunities. Zay's made a few plays. Fells, that dude can block like people I haven't seen. Just moving guys, a 9 technique where you're not really supposed to reach him, and he's moving them 5 yards, 6 yards, and so just seeing stuff like that on tape. Brock's doing a good job, Jake's doing a good job, Charlie. Charlie's moving well. Routes on air, that guy can move. He's got a little wiggle to him. So I think it's gonna be a tough decision, for these guys. And I think everybody's making for a name for themselves in this building. Whether or not it's on Sundays, they're making a name for themselves in this building. They're making plays and showing us what they got. So.
Talk about your experience at Tight End University. What did you go down there to accomplish? What do you think you accomplished down there?
Yeah, Tight End University was a lot of fun. I think it's cool to be able to, the tights that you play on Sundays. You don't always who they are, but you don't always know who they are outside of football. So having that week with them and being able to hang out with guys like Kelsey, Hunter Henry, dudes that you don't always see. Waller, all those guys, you don't always see them outside of the game. I train with George, I train with Rob, I train with, guys like that, but, and so I know who they are off the field, and that's what makes a brotherhood, and in the tight end position, that's what we're trying to make is a brotherhood, and just being able to have all those tight ends come, go hang out at night, work during the day, learn different things from, Kelsey, learning things from him, learn things from, Kittle, Waller, just guys that you watch on film, but you don't really know why they do it, and just having that film in front of you and them standing up there and explaining why they're doing it. It's a cool thing, and, I think we're going to continue to do it annually, and I think that's something that every tight end wants to be in. So.
Last one, guys.
What's that?
Since you get that belt from tight end, you get to keep that belt that you earned at tight end?
I think it's an annual thing. I kept it for a few days, but they told me I had to give it back.
What was it, like a standout award or something?
Yeah, I think it was the body armor thing that that they had that year, and Travis won the longest drive at Topgolf, which I don't know, but yeah, I think they were just giving things out to guys, and luckily I was able to get that one, so it was good. Appreciate you guys.
How are y'all doing?
What was the watch party like last night?
Man, it was incredible. Coach Campbell and his staff have made this more special than it already was, and I was kind of sitting there with Tim and Jared and a couple of the other guys and had no idea the whole staff was down there. And Dan, Coach Campbell, made it an importance to us and to the staff to come down and watch with us. And so then, of course, Melissa runs and does her thing. And that's kind of my raw emotion, whether it's the first round of the Olympics or she's running at Tyler Community College in Texas. And I turn around and see them, and it made us feel loved. It made me feel loved. Sending a video I had to Melissa made her emotional and cry, and that's what it's all about. This is a family. It's what we're trying to build, and it was very special.
What's it like watching as a fan? Are you analyzing, because you've seen a lot of it. Are you looking at the splits and things like that, and keeping with the clock on?
The hurdles are great. Such a big track, and the broadcasts, the hurdles are great. You can always tell where they're at based on when they go over the hurdle. They're evenly spread apart. So, I can see if she's at hurdle 5 and she's in 7th place, but I know her back half of her race is stronger than her front half. And by the time she's at hurdle 8 or 9, she's coming for 2nd. And I'm getting chills talking about it, thinking about it. And she's incredible. She's dealt with so much over the last year. And yeah, as a fan, and husband more so. I just wanted the best for her, and she crushed it.
Get that the day before your birthday too. Did that motivate you coming out here a little bit today?
You know, we saw when the schedule was released when the race would be, and just like we've been so blessed, so fortunate. God has just done so much for us in our lives, and we knew how special that day would be. And she went out there, and it was about the best birthday present you could ever ask for, and her just being there. So we're so thankful. Yeah, you know, if it ended today, it was the 13th fastest time in the world. And, you know, now she's got to go and try to make a final, and she's going to run her best and give everything she's got. But it is validating. You know, her coach says, hey, you belong. You belong at this level. You've strived. You've worked so hard. You've failed. You've doubted. You've done everything. You've had the injuries. And now now she's getting to run in the semis with a chance at the final, and that's all you really need. All you need is a shot, and it's hard. It's one of those days, you know, as a man in my life, I'm sure I'll have more if I get to have kids, but it's hard to put it into words. And same coach, his name's Sammy Dabbs. He's been absolutely incredible. Has a training group in Dallas, and she's gotten faster every year after a lot of people probably would have given up on her 5 years ago.
Both her and yourself through your career. No, don't doubt. Just need a chance. Don't give up.
Ups and downs, man. Ups and downs, and that's part of it. I believe all things work for your good, and you learn from them. And she believes the same, and she has absolutely crushed it. So it's hard to contain my joy, as I imagine you guys can tell. But yeah, we're thankful, Tim.
You got a nice little sequence of 3 touchdowns and 3 throws in the red zone. What are you trying to do as a quarterback? Just focus on yourself in this training camp and going forward.
Yeah, trying to do my job. Guys are open. Our guys are getting open for us, and we have to be accurate and put the ball in the right place and make good, quick decisions. And you know, when we put these pads on and get the running game going and show what we can really do, I think quarterbacks play efficient. It's going to work out great for our offense. So I'm just trying to you know, take the coaching, apply it to the field. We're all learning this thing, and you know, I think we like where we're at, and we got a lot of work to do, and we're excited about it.
When you're learning the offense, is that the important part? Just getting in and out of the help, doing the plays down, just being the guy that can run it, get everybody in the right spot, and showing everybody that you can do that. Is that the most important part when you're installing and building an offense?
Yeah, it's definitely a huge part of playing quarterback. You know, being the guy who's in charge on the field, whether it's you know, getting guys lined up or making the throw you need to throw or standing in the pocket or just exuding a little leadership. And they've given us all the keys to be able to do that. So now it's about applying it and, you know, doing it in practice and proving we can do it in a game. And, yeah, we're excited about what the next few weeks holds.
With fans watching you guys play in person, what does it mean to have them out here at practice, and just what kind of energy do they give you?
Yeah, this was special. I mean, in Detroit at least, this was probably the most fans we've had in the last year, and you could hear the energy, you could feel it, you could just sense the excitement. And I think our offense, you know, at least on the field, our offense fed off it. We started great. The periods we had early on, we were having a good day, and yeah, it's just nice having fans back, and can't wait to see them in Ford Field and when we get going in a few weeks.
One of the things that Dan had said to us was that he believes there are certain places where the fans have really just waited a long time and they're deserving, and then when it does hit, it will be special. How do you relate to Detroit and that kind of sentiment about what these fans have waited so long for?
That's what I've seen. I've seen a town that's hungry for a winner, and Coach Campbell and the entire staff and the players are working as best we can to deliver that to them. We know, you know, you've seen it around the world when teams can win a championship for a town that's been longing for it for so long, how special it would be, and that's what we're looking forward to trying to do here.
Next place is 7:30 in the morning. What sort of So what do you think about your team now? Is it more rushed?
Yeah, so if it's 11 o'clock here, it's midnight in Tokyo right now, and she's sleeping, and will hopefully sleep in so she can adjust to the 8:30 p.m. start in Tokyo on Monday. So yeah, she'll rest, she'll recover, she'll probably get the blood going and the heart rate going, the sweat over the next few days, and then she gets to line up and do it again. I haven't seen the heat sheet yet; it should come out pretty soon, but we're really excited. Yeah. So yeah, Wednesday. We're taking it one step at a time.
About the atmosphere and what she's going through there. Looks like the Olympics.
I think, as a little girl who grew up watching track and dreaming about being at this stage, it's a little glimpse of heaven. You bring 200 people from all different, or 200 countries plus to the same place, and she told me a story about having a fluent conversation with somebody from Japan where they spoke into their phone and showed her, just the technology we have and how cool that is. And, they showed it and it said it to her in English, and then she spoke into it and it came back in Japan, and they could have a conversation. And it's just a little glimpse of everybody being brought together. And I think that's one of the special things about the Olympics. And, she's made friends with other girls and guys there trading pins, and the fun things that the athletes get to do in the village, and we're kind of on cloud nine.
I was curious about the personal side of it. I mean, we've seen other couples like the Ertz family, have two elite level athletes. If you're playing in the NFL or your wife's in the Olympics, like you guys, what is like the off season like for you guys? How much time do you actually get to spend together? Is it all training all the time?
In college it was probably the biggest divider, because in college I spend my whole time in the fall in West Lafayette, and she spends her spring and summer in Austin where she run at UT. But now that we're married, we get to be in the same house. When she's done in the Olympics and may run a few more races, she'll get to come to Detroit and kind of be my backbone during her off season and train, but we get to spend time together. And then as soon as our last game is done, that switch kind of flips, and I get to go and support her while I'm training, and I get to drive her on the weekends, and we make plans around her. And it's a really special dynamic that we've kind of learned how to balance and have had to learn how to balance. And it's definitely been rewarding in our first 2 years of marriage.
Sport do you guys play together? Like, is you get out to the park and play tennis, super competitive or something?
We joke about that may be our hobby when we're done playing and we're retired 60, at 60 years old or whatever. And no, she would kick my butt in just about everything, but if we play Mario Kart or something, I can get her back.
She's a professional runner now, too. Does this look like those two, maybe running Europe, running Asia, things like that?
Yeah, she's ran on a couple different tours in Europe, and has run in the Middle East, and she is a sponsored athlete by Adidas, so she's first class. And but her performance yesterday, and every time that time keeps dropping, definitely opens doors. So we're very thankful for that, and she's worked incredibly hard to be where she's at, and she's world class. She's world class.
I'm walking like a second myself. I'm sorry if you talk about this, but the watch party that you guys had last night, what was that like? What, were you surprised by it? Describe that.
Yeah, I was telling a little bit. It was Coach Campbell kind of. They snuck the entire staff in there. I was in there with the quarterbacks, and I knew, some of the players wanted to watch, and so he made it available to everybody and brought the whole staff down, and it made us feel like so loved, man. I mean, I think that's the easiest way to put it is you may have seen the video of me going nuts, and I was telling them that's me, whether it's the Olympics or whether it's, we're running at a middle school and she's having to, race her sister, and that's just how I am. And I turned around and saw the staff, and it hit me. That's one of those moments that I'll remember forever. Yeah, turning around and people. It was thunderous. It was thunderous roar from the coaches and Coach Brunell and Tanner. All the guys on our staff who I'm spending every day with, and I'm telling them stories, and and they're there going crazy with me, and yeah, so really cool. Yeah, we were. That's our team meeting room, so we got to see that. All good. Thank you all.
Fun tomorrow.